The numbers in our housing market are ever changing, so it's so important to stay on top of those changes. With Market Insights, we bring you the stats, facts, and figures to keep you and your clients informed. Join us now.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, it's Scott Kiburz with an update for May of 2023 on the market stats of Maricopa County and the surrounding areas. Thank you, Landmark, for this opportunity. Let's get right to work, ladies and gentlemen. Today's agenda, quickly, we're going to have some headline updates from Real Estate News from Stefan Swanepoel, along with some Inman news. We're going to have a couple data points about the national view, take a hard dive at Maricopa County, and then we're going to look into about 25 to 30 individual cities that make up the majority of Maricopa County. Next. Let's get some fast facts out and to the forefront. So on the 1st of this month of May, active listings were 9,212. Single family was 7,038, townhomes 678, condos 662, manufactured homes 597. Slight change already. Here we are just a couple days into the month that all those numbers have actually gone down as well. So instead of 9,212 as of the 1st, we're at 8,907 active homes in Maricopa County, and our single family has already dipped to 6,784. Ladies and gentlemen, you're out there working hard and making things happen. Congratulations. Closed for last month, 5,465. Our absorption rate has lifted from just over 50% to 56%. Coming soon is leveling at 466. Interest rates, I'm not sure what the Fed did yesterday exactly, but if they did raise rates, I don't know if that's had an impact on our interest rates for Freddie and Fannie, etc. Our average sales price did scooch up a little bit. It's back up to $553,529 as of the end of April. Next, please. So let's just take a quick look at the national level. And this is coming from Stefan Swanepoel, John Burns, market share of the nation's biggest brokerages. So what it's really saying is that the big are getting bigger. There's been a consolidation of services and manpower and productivity tools. And just know that we're working in the trillions of dollars of annual sales in real estate. We're about 20% of the national GDP. And ladies and gentlemen, we do a great job in Arizona. Congratulations to all of you. Next. Another thing that's really important is Miss Sherry Chris. And this lady has been part of anywhere in that group. She's just a great leader. In fact, I was able to get a picture with her this week here at this conference. Just an icon in the industry, and she's stepping down. My compliment to Sherry is just a heart first, really cares about the broker and the individual, and seems to remember everybody's name. Stepping down, that's significant in our market. Next. Homes.com making a big rise in their portal. So ladies and gentlemen, Homes.com is owned by CoStar. Andy spoke at this conference I was just at. CoStar does a lot in terms of real estate, apartments.com, and they have a global look at things. There was a strong rumor that they were going to buy Move and Realtor.com. That apparently is not going to happen, and they're just going to retool and rebuild Homes.com and work to make it best in class in that lane. Please note, heard it from Andy, the CEO, just this week. Next. Douglas Elliman and other brokerages. These are some numbers that break up the percentages of the top mega 1,000. And this is just great knowledge to know. And for the brokers out there, I think you would find this little slide interesting. Next. KW, what they're talking about here is local here in Metro Phoenix, that Bill Ryan recently joined KW. And so just please know that Real Estate News, Inman News, what makes news is happening right in our backyard. And what this is an example of Real Estate News. This is kind of an example of their headline and the key points that they put. That's what they put in their headlines. To get that 7-second capture of the reader, and he's just talking about what Mr. Ryan and his team is going to be doing moving forward. Next. Here is Andy, the CEO of CoStar in picture face, and he was on stage for about an hour this week here at this conference, and he started CoStar in his dorm room while going to college, and he's been I think he's the 5th longest acting CEO in our nation currently, with Warren Buffett being number 1. Next. Open Door, just a data point. Again, this is an example of what's happening in the industry. They cut another 22% of their employees. And again, headline news, what you're seeing is efficiency, and you're seeing more and more step away from iBuyers currently. Are iBuyers going to come back stronger in the future? Yes. And they're certainly regrouping as we speak. Next. Cash offers are up, profits are down, but some metros are thriving. And I pointed this out. A colleague lives in San Antonio. San Antonio is one of those places that's doing well. Again, this is a great analogy from realestatenews.com. Next. And then lack of inventory put a damp on our normal spring buying and selling season. So pending homes were down 5%. 23% over the year. And NAR expects the economy to strengthen and interest rates will fall later in this year. That's a data point we're hearing from Lawrence Yoon, the chief economist for NAR. And we're still hoping that interest rates do soften as we move into Q4 of 2023. Next. Chris Heller. Please know this was an Inman News update. I was on a plane with this guy this week. Please know that Ojo is a local Austin company, and this particular company is just doing more and more in the business of real estate with property management and services for real estate. Good company, Ojo. Next. The daily actions might not be the same for everyone, but most agents include. And I put these 5 bullet points in there for you to all enjoy. But focusing on leads, nurturing leads, listing leads, go ahead and next slide. Then the last 2, daily real estate conversation and maintaining your contact with folks. So ladies and gentlemen, there was an interesting story from a up and coming real estate brand. And they talked about a new personal concierge that's going to do these 5 things to empower the agent to be the face-to-face, voice-to-voice, belly-to-belly selling with their clients. But some activities that are important for your success are the most manual and are the most able to be taken care of by artificial intelligence. So look for this. These 5 things are not going to change in our day-to-day operation as an agent, and that AI is focused right here first. Next. Again, John Burns, what's happening out there in our world that has an impact on our day-to-day business, the economy, government, technology, and societal changes, all those are at a 10 and remain a 10. We're about to get in the numbers. Next. Here we go. So ladies and gentlemen, as of May 1st, so the top right-hand side of the graph shows total actives in ARMLS for the end of April going into May 1st, 12,442. That actives in Maricopa County are down from over 10,000 to 9,012. As you look at single family, it's 7,038. Ladies and gentlemen, today that number is 6,784. That we're burning off even more inventory, and we're not getting that inventory replaced, so to speak. From there, coming soon is down slightly, or I'm sorry, is up slightly. Pending has increased 4,838. Our total solds were down in the month of April, going into the beginning of May, at 6,630. Total in Maricopa County, 5,465, and single family 4,296. So look for those trends to be down just a little bit in terms of total inventory, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, what I want to convey to you is this, a data point that came from this conference that I'm fortunate to be a part of, is there was a great statistic shared on the stage. One, that prior to the interest rate rise, that the average household was spending approximately 17% of their monthly income on housing. And for those people that have had to buy in the last 6 to 8 months, that has gone from an average of 17% up to the 22 to 25% range. And another quick statistic that you all should know out there, ladies and gentlemen, nationally, there's 560,000 active homes for sale in the nation with 1.6 million realtors. The round number for that is there's essentially one listing for every 3 realtors in the United States. So strategy, relationship, follow-up, all those things are so very important. And part of that is knowing your numbers. Thus, we do this every month. Next, Sarah. So simple numbers here. When the market was really lean, we were down to 4,000 active listings. That's 26 listings per zip code. We're currently total in Maricopa County on the first at 10,475, which is 60 listings per zip code. But please know, ladies and gentlemen, in the last 90 days that number has come down from the 70s to the high 60s to currently 60 listings per zip code. Next. So here we go with all of Maricopa County and Pinal County combined. A couple things I like to point out for this. In blue, active listings are up 92%. And so what a difference a year makes from where we were just at under 6,000 listings April of a year ago. We're currently at 11,375 currently at the time of this report. Now in yellow, ladies and gentlemen, look hard. The median sale price per square foot is down 9.6%. That was $276 a square foot average for all of Maricopa and Pinal County this time a year ago. We're at $249.60. Now, how do we get there? The next slide, Sarah. This is a breakout on your left side of the screen, ladies and gentlemen. This is just Maricopa County. And on your right, ladies and gentlemen, that is just Pinal County. So the difference between the two counties is just about $60 a square foot. So when you average those two together, it brings everybody down. But technically, as a percent, Pinal County is down over 10%. Technically, Maricopa County is down 9.8% in its overall median sale price. We'll get to deeper into this in here in a little bit, but just remember Paradise Valley moving forward. Sarah, next. So here is the background to those 5 different discs that are out there. So what I want to highlight for the audience here today is this. At 9,000, then blue, 9,370 active listings in Maricopa County. And that is down 10% from where we were a month ago. It's down 21% from 3 months ago. And it's down 41% from 6 months ago. Now, when we look at under contract, 7,762, that is up 10% from a month ago, up 26% from 3 months ago, and up 55%, ladies and gentlemen, up 55% from where we were just 6 months ago. Sold listings are down 13% to 5,309. But that is up 51% from 3 months ago. So what has happened in the last 7 to 9 months, ladies and gentlemen, all the buyer agents, seller agents, and brokers working together, is we re-educated ourselves on seller contribution, seller concession, finding ways to do buy downs and interest rates. We had to re-educate ourselves, and relearning is still remembering is still relearning. And also the industry, the buyers and sellers had to get used to that as a whole. Now, what I want to have you focus on one more time here in the stats is this. When you look at under contract at over 7,762, and you look at new listings at under or just over 6,056, ladies and gentlemen, if we keep this burn rate up for another month, where we're selling 1,500, 1,600 more homes in a month, we are burning off our active listings rather quickly. And that's going to move us back into potential multiple offers, escalation clauses, and other things. It's going to get competitive quickly. Also, what you need to focus on in this graph is the pie graph in black, where it's revealing that 7.7% of our homes are new, that is thriving where it can. And if you look to in red, fix and flip, not that long ago, 15 to 20% of our inventory was a fix and flip inventory. That's dipped all the way down to 4.14 in Maricopa County. Some of that has to do with inventory and the cost of money. That money is not, it comes at a higher interest rate today than it did a year ago. Hope that made sense, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah, let's move to the next slide. So when we look at this slide, ladies and gentlemen, I love it for a couple things. So in the blue line that runs through the essence of the slide, when you look at where the blue line is at its lowest, below 1, that's 1 month of inventory. And that is what we're going to call a speed-based market. And as we came into this higher interest rate, the absorption rate, I'm sorry, not the absorption rate, forgive me, the month of inventory is the blue line. And as interest rates rose, our month of supply also rose. And it peaked just under 4 months of supply in October, November of last year. But what you're looking at in the last March, April is that we're down to under 2 months of supply, and it's leveling off right about there. Then also the absorption rate in red, that's how many homes we're closing. And that absorption rate right now is up from 50 to 56% for a month currently for the month of April going into May. Sarah? Okay, so a couple more key numbers. Actives at 9370. The bottom left graph, ladies and gentlemen, sell to list price in the blue and the red line. Just want to witness that we're getting closer and closer to the 100% rate, that agents are getting homes priced, listing agents getting homes priced accurately. There is some negotiation, and there's also more seller contribution. So they're starting to hold that price higher. It doesn't mean that they're reflecting seller contribution in there. Excuse me. Next slide. Other way. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the active listings that we have available in our marketplace. And just know that we peaked in October, November of last year, and we've quietly been burning those homes off. Now, we're currently in this graph on the first was 9234 active listings. Ladies and gentlemen, when we look at, and we're going to get to them in a minute, but when we look at temporarily off market, canceled, and expireds, kind of average right now, ladies and gentlemen. What we're seeing is this would be normally our spring buying and selling season, and people would come to market with their home. I'm going to wait and sell my home in the spring. That's the best time. Well, when they're looking at interest rates on their current mortgage, and nationally, ladies and gentlemen, it's approximately 70% of all homeowners have a interest rate on their home of 4% or less. Now, why they may want an extra bedroom or a garage or a swimming pool, and they can get that in their next house, and normally they would be listing their current home and buying another home. Ladies and gentlemen, they're choosing to go without that if they can live without that extra bedroom, because they don't want to surrender that 4% or less interest rate. And so we're quietly burning off our active listings from 16,000 all the way down to 9234. Next, under contract, ladies and gentlemen, no surprise here. You're out there working, you're getting the job done, and there are more people in the buying spree, 7,903 under contract. We're finding ways with seller contributions and rate buy downs to get people into homes. And then also know, ladies and gentlemen, it is just under, it's like a 0.5% under 40%, 39.5, 39.8% of all homes in the nation currently are cash. Of those cash buyers, yes, there is a percent that are doing a fix and flip where they're buying a home with hard money loan that shows up as cash, and or a not so hard money loan. And also, ladies and gentlemen, on a national level, 1031 exchange is alive and well currently. The people are taking money out of home A and 1031ing those funds into something else. Sarah? Closed, we were down a little bit for the month of April versus the March. We ended the month at 5,332. Next. And then here, new listings, ladies and gentlemen. This is another great example of people, if they absolutely don't have to list and sell their home because they've got a low interest rate, we would normally be seeing a higher number, probably 2,500 more active new listings every month. We're not seeing those people enter our local market due to the higher interest rate. Next. Cancel listings. This to me looks pretty reasonable. I wanted to list and sell my home and I can't find a home because I don't qualify for the next mortgage. But 1,000 homes a month is not that unreasonable based on the market that we're in. Next. Expired listings. This is running somewhat the same for the last 6 to 9 months. When the market was euphoric, that was less rare, it was in the hundreds. But if we were to do a further look back, 500 or so, 600 a month is not unreasonable in terms of an expired listing. Next. Temporarily off market. Again, this is people, these are folks, buyers, sellers that I'm going to update my home before I list and sell it because I need it to be as close to perfect or move-in ready as I can, and I'm pausing with my home sale until I get my home right, or because I haven't been able to find the home I want to move into, I am putting my house temporarily off market. When the market was euphoric, go back a year ago, 1,000 homes was a run rate. 1,200 is not that much bigger than it was just 6 to 8 months ago. Next. Some more graphic numbers, new listings. What is important to share here, ladies and gentlemen, if we look at the green bar running across the vertical bar, that is the number of new listings coming in. It seems like we've leveled off right around 6,000 for the last 120 days. And then the average dollar per square foot and the median dollars per square foot, notice that the end of April that had a slight uptick. And we've been migrating down. When interest rates started to take off in May of last year, prices were coming down, new listings were coming down. It seems we have a current leveling, if not a slight ascending. We'll get deeper into that if we're ready. Sarah, next. The active listings, here we go with dollars per square foot. You see that separation between the average and the median, that there is a lift currently in the last 90 days going up, that currently all of Maricopa County, this is Maricopa County, not Pinell, that we've gone from 30 days ago at 323 a square foot averaged up to 330, and that the median was at 273 is up $4 to 276. And that's just a slight ascend, and we're feeling that confidence in the marketplace. Next. Under contract listings, ladies and gentlemen, just again, a slight uptick on both of those. And please know the green vertical bar on the far right, that you see that under contract is just under 8,000 doors. We're out there, the last 30 days have been very good in terms of market. Those are going to be showing up as closed at the end of this month of May. Next. Dollars per square foot have been fairly even. There's a leveling the last 60 days on that. So our volume is running just under 6,000 solds for the month. Next. Cumulative days on market, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking at this and you see the bend down both in the average and the median, this to me is a great example of all the real estate agents listing and buy side of things. They're getting the homes priced very accurately, that there is demand for homes out there, that people do want homes, and days on market are actually coming down or trending down from where they were just 90 days ago. Next. Sale to list price, you see that start to ascend. Part of that is there are some seller conscious concessions that help with buying down interest rates for certain times, but we are starting to come together with the average sold to list and the average sold to original list, that discrepancy is getting less and less. So we're doing a good job out there, ladies and gentlemen. Next. Active listings here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is technically Paradise Valley, ladies and gentlemen. Normally we see a slowdown in that luxury level, but I inserted, this is just the town of Paradise Valley, 85253, that the average cost per square foot of PV has surged to over $1,000 a square foot, and its median price is $911 a square foot, and that's up significantly. And please know that, ladies and gentlemen, that one community can lift our whole median sale price by $5 or $6 a month. Those are some big numbers there. Next. Under contract, again, this is just a highlight of Paradise Valley. That under contract average sale price is $887 a square foot, and median is $869. That's almost on top of one another there in the red and the black graph. Next, Sarah. And then the sold volume average is 704 and median is 660. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you look back into the town, the community area of Arcadia in the last 12 to 15 years, there was a phrase we frequently used. I'm going into original home at X dollars. I'm making this up. I'm going into this home at $330 a square foot. I'm coming out of that home at $500, $600, now $700 a square foot. In addition to that, I'm adding 1,000, 1,500 square feet to the main home. So when I come out with $200 spread per square foot, and I've added 1,000, 1,500 square feet to the home, I can make a lot of profit. Ladies and gentlemen, that same model is entering Paradise Valley. That's what I want to point out, that people are going into a home between $400 and $700 a square foot, and they're coming out at $700 to over $1,000 a square foot. Next. I think we had, okay, here we go. Sarah, based on time, the balance of these, there's about 28 to 30 homes or communities listed here. I want to go through this first one here in Apache Junction with everybody so they know how to read that. But on the bottom right, there's going to be 2 slides per community. The 5 circles, the little globes of informatics work on active listings sold, median sale price, month of supply, median days on market, and how to read this graph. Active listings in blue are up 126%. At 138 active listings in Apache Junction. Compared to this time a year ago, there was just 61. The one thing I want to point out to everybody on this particular graph is in the yellow, the median sale price per square foot. You have to read right below that, is down or is up. It doesn't change the size of the font. So that is currently down 5.6% in our Apache Junction, excuse me, with an average of 241 a square foot. And these numeric numbers are showed up in graph number 2, Sarah. And that's where we're seeing active listings of 138. Now look hard at this graph with me, ladies and gentlemen. In blue, active listings are 138. Under contract, ladies and gentlemen, 138. That means if they keep this run rate up for another 30 days and didn't add any new listings, they'd be out of inventory in 30 days. Right now, they're only adding 100 new listings in blue, line 2 to Apache Junction. So their burn rate, their absorption rate is up dramatically. Their under contract is up 40% in the last 30 days. It's a proven place to be, whether it's new homes, move up homes, etc. All the jobs and growth and Williams Gateway Airport and all those good things that are happening in that part of the community, it's having an impact in Apache Junction. Sarah, next slide. Avondale, we can't get further away really from the far Southeast Valley to the West Valley, but what's happening there? Their active listings are at 95% up, but their average or median sale price is down 8.6%. From 238 a year ago to 217. Now let's see what's happening in Avondale behind the scenes. Graph number 2, please. So their active listings are 119, but their under contract is not 100%. It's more than 100%. It's 132 homes in Avondale are under contract, ladies and gentlemen. They sold 83 last month. And their new listings are down by 10 or 19%. They have just 79 new listings. If we keep this run rate up in certain parts of our metro, ladies and gentlemen, prices are going to take off, competitive multiple offers, escalation clauses, that's going to come faster and faster to our market. Now, in Avondale, in the pie-shaped graph in black, 26% of all the homes sold in Avondale last month were brand new builds. That's a place to be where there's great value and great efficiency for new homes. So, ladies and gentlemen, for Sarah and the team, I'm going to have Sarah just start to go slowly through the rest of the communities here, but that is how to read this graph and see what's happening in your local targeted area. Our market is brisk. When you look at the fact that we've had so much rain that essentially all of our lakes are full, some of our aquifers are filling nicely. Water was not the concern that it was just 6 to 12 months ago. Please know the governor is working on finding ways to control the area of water. So there seems to be less stress about that than there was just 12 months ago. And that our metro is very bright with growth, jobs, quality of life, quality infrastructure. It's a great place to be. And especially when I've been fortunate to travel to a couple cities out of across the nation here this first couple months of the year. And there's just so many good things happening in our local market. So ladies and gentlemen who are watching here today, thank you for this. I hope it's helpful. If there's something that you need report-wise, get to your business development person from Landmark, and we'll see if we can get it included for you. Sarah and all the business development people at Landmark have a very pure intent, want to take great care of you, provide excellent service, provide a great experience for your clients. Consider them in the future. And this is a value add that we like to give to you out there who enjoy this report. So with that said, Sarah, come back online with me as you close things down, and know you're appreciated, and we'll keep doing this up till next month. Okay. And make an impact. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for watching. Join us every month on Market Insights to be the realtor in the know.